All right. You know, I've already been here before, but I'm driving from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, and I thought to myself, this place was so freaking cool. Buffalo Bills Resort and Casino. And you can see the sign way back there. And let me see if I can zoom in on it. It's probably the coolest neon sign I've ever seen in my entire life. It's probably the most expensive neon sign that's ever been built. And if you're ever in Las Vegas, you gotta come by just to see that, okay? But look at this like little mini theme park they have over here. And I'm just making a quick stop because as I'm driving from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, if I see something cool, I'm gonna stop. But like they've got a water flume ride, and they've got a roller coaster, and I said to myself, I'm gonna stop back here and see if they ever got this working, because apparently like after COVID they decided they would shut it down. Well, obviously, but this place is crazy, and I'm gonna go in here just to focus on the Bonnie and Clyde car, because the Bonnie and Clyde car, there's a lot of confusion. So do you see this place over there where it says Whiskey Pete's? And it's over there, it's across the street. You'll see it over there, okay? So Whiskey Pete's is where the Bonnie and Clyde car was. But because they don't have like a ton of business between the two places, they moved the Bonnie and Clyde car over here. And this place, I don't know what crazy person did this thing, but over there, you see that big old parking garage. I'm sure there's not even a single car in it. But over there in the background, right around over there, there's a mall. And I don't know, I would like to walk through the mall because it's absolutely nearly vacant. And there's like just a handful of things in there. But yeah, there's a mall right there. So this is supposed to be like a big resort. Like, oh, come here and have a great old time, ride roller coasters, log flumes, and everything else. And guess what? Almost no one comes here. The big draw here is the fact that the Bonnie and Clyde Death car is here. So these people own it, and they have it on display. Let me, now the other thing I'm gonna tell you, and this is a one-take video, because I actually just prefer doing that, to be honest with you. Oh, look at this. This might be the coolest casino I've ever seen in terms of like, if you want to like look at the Old West, it is so perfectly themed. But this is where the Bonnie and Clyde car is. It's right here in this casino. And by the way, this casino is dead as a doorknob. Now I have to like say, however, that it actually is really busy. They host concerts here. So yes, they actually have a concert hall here as well. Let me zoom out. Okay, they also have a concert hall here. Look at the theming. It's like the pillars are themed like old crates. They have a little gift store. Look at that like creepy ass tree. Look at the coal miner up there. I don't know if you can see it because I can't. Hopefully you can. Well, whoever did the theming here, like the problem with the theming in here, if you ask me, is really dark. So I think like the carpet does not match the theming of the casino. The other problem I think with the casino, it's just really dark. You can't see that guy up there on the train track. I think they should have sound effects and they need better lighting. It's just dark and dreary in here. And you can see over there it says Star of the Deserts Arena. If we walk over here, you'll see. Now you'll notice that basically this whole bar is roped off, okay? It's closed because there's no one here. But what they, look at how incredible cowgirls, cowboys. It's very well themed. It's just dark. They spend a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie about that. And see, they have an arena over here, and you can kind of get an idea of some of the talent they've had. See, there's Snoop Dogg. He came here in 2011, and you can see they've got Los Aquintos or something like that, and you can see their box office is not open because no one. And then they got hotels. I'm assuming that not a lot of people are staying here. So you can see Smokey Robinson, Reba McEntire, Gladys Knight, and the Pips. But yeah, arena entrance over here. I wonder if we can take a peek. You can see it's pretty much a ghost town. Let's see if we can look in there. Yes, you can. Look at this. Let's take a look at their arena. Now you can see it's set up for something, a concert or something. It is very huge. I mean, it's actually really big. It reminds me of the Kansas Jayhawks, red and blue. And look at that, got video screens. So, you know, it's like they're hosting pretty big events here. And they tell me that when they have events, this place is popping. The problem is when they don't have concerts, it's not popping. There's nobody coming when there's no events. Because you can see I'm walking around and it's like ghost town. And by the way, that plays into the theme quite well. Ghost town, western town, yeah, maybe. In the desert, sure, why not? All right. But I wanted to see if the roller coaster and the long flume were running, and they are not. Look at that well, or that's supposed to be like a water well, water tower. The theming in here, again, is off the chain. Now they've got two gangster cars in here. One is really funny. It was owned by a gangster. And you'll notice it has a lot of bullet holes in it. The owner actually took it out in the desert and shot it up with bullets to make it look more like the Bonnie and Clyde car. Look at that. You got a photographer up there. That's crazy. Like a, you know, a fake, a static photographer. So there was a car over here. It is no longer here. Still looking for the Bonnie and Clyde car. I know it's here. But look, this is where you would board. And you hear all the sounds. That's what's crazy. All the sounds are on.
In an overall sense, the importance of the Joplin shooting, I think, is the...
Oh, here's...
Of course, the death of the two officers. But of equal importance, I think, is...
Oh, no, the sounds aren't on. There's a...
left here in the hideout. Among those items...
Oh, I guess this is the Bonnie and Clyde, like, video. This was not here the last time I was here. So they're obviously playing a video that tells you the history of Bonnie and Clyde. And look at the wanted posters. I'm telling you, the theming here is really cool. But no log flume. Still closed. I wonder if they opened the roller coaster and the log flume, would they get more business? And look at this. They have moved the Bonnie and Clyde car again. It was on the floor of the casino the last time I was here, and now they've moved it again. And so you have a photo op now, Bonnie and Clyde. And this is the car. It says, do not climb. This is the Bonnie and Clyde car. I don't know how many bullet holes it has, but it's like 120 or 130. And you can see the direction they were shooting from was the side that Clyde would have been on, because these cars are made of damn near solid steel. And you can see a lot of them right here. They did not penetrate. I would say 80% of them did not penetrate. But they would have hit Bonnie. But they did not penetrate this door. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, that penetrate it. And then you can see up here, and let me see if I can zoom in, and you can see up here, not a single one of those that hit the roof line penetrated. And you see that one definitely penetrated. All those did not penetrate. And then you have two down there, right there, above the word Clyde and with the E and the C. And you can see that they did penetrate. But most of the shots, well, I will say all the shots came from Clyde's side of the car. Nothing. There is no bullet holes on this side. Everything is coming through the car. And then there's the glass. You can see the one bullet hole did penetrate there. So obviously that's bad aim. Shooting in the back, maybe because they didn't know if somebody was in the back seat. They're just shooting up the car like crazy. But this is the car. And look at this. These bullets, so as the car went past the shooters, okay, so you can tell, so like the shooters would have been like maybe right over there. And so when the car went by, they were filling it with bullet holes, and then they would have been over there still shooting into the car because the car moved just a little bit further. And so that's why you have all these shots into the back of the car. So obviously, by looking at the car and investigating the car, you know they were laying in ambush, like over here in the weeds, in the bushes, and the car comes by, and they literally start unloading on the car as the car is passing them, and then the car kept going and did pass them, and they were shooting directly to the side, and then they would have been shooting towards more of like this angle right here. They would have been shooting like here as the car passed them, because you can see bullet hole, and some of these bullet holes did not penetrate. Look at this. You can see a lot of them just, I mean, that's just the way they built cars back then. But now, when you look at over here, here's the interesting thing. There is every bullet hole that hit this car went through, except for where the steel is a little stronger, where it was bent. You see right there in the windowsill, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 spots where it did not go through. But you can see they absolutely unloaded on his ass. It's crazy. Look at that. And you can easily tell that they waited for him to almost get even with them, and some of the shots got put right into here. You can even see a shot down there in that like fender, and some went into the motor. But then literally when he's even with them, they unloaded on him. And then you can see the shots started getting hit as the car is going by like that. And then you got shots to where they're literally shooting straight into the back of it. And it's also possible that some of them came out of the bushes, got behind the car, and fired directly into the car as well. This is just crazy. This is the Bonnie and Clyde car. This is the car that they drove. These two are super popular to this day. And, you know, they spent a lot of their time where I'm from, in Missouri, hiding out. One of their main hideouts was in Missouri. And, you know, they're not buried together. A lot of people wanted them buried together, but, you know, they were not buried together. And there's, you see a crowd of people around the car. There's the 6 men who obviously fired all the shots. And this says this was a beaded necklace and a belt. That was Clyde's belt, it says. This would have been Bonnie's mirror. Look at that, they got a little arcade over here. And here's some more. And then they got a timeline right here. Clyde convicted in Waco, Texas with 7 counts of theft and sentenced to prison for 2 years. Let's see. This talks about all the robberies. Of course, you can freeze this and take a look at it. And of course, you can always go to Wikipedia, and they've got all this stuff on there as well. I'm trying to find where it talks about them. A lot of this is in Texas. Yeah, here we go. Missouri. They were Pounderstone Corner, Missouri. And then it looks like they were also in Arkansas and Iowa and back to Texas. They hid out in Missouri for a long time. And you know, what's interesting is the actual place where they hid out. You can actually go into that and see Bonnie and Clyde's like a house or apartment that they had. And of course they've got all kinds of photos. There's a famous photo there of Bonnie. Let's see what else they have. Now this is they're saying that Franklin D. Roosevelt rode in this car right here. And do you see this car? It's got all these bullet holes. They were put in by the owner, and you can see they're all just clear shot right through. And when you look at this car over here, they made big, wide, look at this, like, see the difference? See those big old slug holes? I mean, yeah, I mean, this guy obviously just got like a 9mm and just filled it full of bullets. This says it's the car of Dutch Schultz. It's his armored car. He was assassinated in 1935, but his murder didn't happen in this car. But you know, it's a gangster car. It's full of bullet holes. And here's the dead giveaway. You see this car right here. First of all, it almost looks like BB holes. But you see this car. This car's been shot from this direction. See, all the bullet holes go into the car, into the car, into the car. And then when you look on the other side, or if you look in the back, same thing. The bullet holes are going in. So nothing is like where they were all shooting from one side and some of them penetrated the other side. Same thing here. They literally just went and shot this car up with like a 9mm. So silly, if you ask me. They've got some more stuff over here. Here's like a newspaper clipping. Clyde and Bonnie die in barrage of gunfire from officers in Louisiana. And this is showing you at a carnival, at a fair, where the death car is inside of here. And they're showing you all the license plates they had so that they wouldn't be caught. What is this saying? Now one of the things, and this is a death certificate, and this shows you all the guns they had in the car. The one thing I'm not seeing here, which they had here last time, was, look at that bull. That's cool, isn't it? One of the things that they had here last time that I do not see this time is they do not have the death photos of them in the morgue. Now, if you want to see photos of Bonnie and Clyde in the morgue, they actually exist. Yeah, I mean, because they put them on display. They were trying to send a message to gangsters. This is how you end up, because we will hunt you down and we will kill you. That's exactly. They let the press come in, take photos. Oh, wait a minute, my bad, they do. Okay, close your eyes if you don't want to see it. But there's the car, and there's the photos right there. I'll just scan across them real fast. You can easily go online and see that. Now, one of the things you'll notice in that photo was their bodies are very badly bruised, and they're turning like a yellowish purple color. That's because they're literally on display. They're not in a cooler, you know, like you would have somebody pass away. They put them in a cooler, and you know, keeps the body from decomposing or whatever until you're ready to embalm or whatever. These people were literally taken from a rural area to the city area and put on display for photographers, newspaper people to come and see the bodies. So yeah, you know, that's why they look as bad as they do. But you can obviously see that on Google very easily. But anyway, with that being said, Buffalo Bills roller coaster and does not work. Hey, are they ever going to get the roller coaster working again?
I have no idea. I'm an outside contractor, so. But I hear rumors every once in a while. We're gonna do it. But,
okay, thanks. Yep. It looks like that's a no. I would think eventually you would have to. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, make sure you like and subscribe to the page. And they just keep moving this Bonnie and Clyde car. So I have just given you the latest video to show you where Bonnie and Clyde car is at. And I can tell you for a fact that it used to be in the casino and it was over there. And now it's been moved completely out of the way over here amongst a bunch of places that aren't open. But I just ask you, would you want to get coffee and noodles and Mexican food and everything else and be right here next to a death car? I don't know. Good question. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. And I will tell you, if you ever wanted to get some ideas on doing a Western theme, let me tell you, this is the place to come, because this place is really over the top. It's crazy detailed. Look at that pulley system up there. I mean, geez, I'll tell you what, if this place ever was to go bankrupt and have an auction, I would definitely want to come, because this whole flume ride is themed as well. You see, that's an animatronic. You see the animatronic? It's got a hose coming out of it that's cut. And there's a Gatorade bottle down there. So this is an animation. And look, you can see it has a target on it. So this is like a targeting flume ride. Unfortunately, and see, there's two more gangsters there. These are all animated. And you see there's targets on them as well. Ooh. Well, that about does it. So please, hope you like this video. And I hope now you know where the Bonnie and Clyde car is. It's about, like not even that far, 30 miles outside of Las Vegas. And you can come and you can see it. Probably the most famous car in gangster history is that one. So from Buffalo Bill's nearly abandoned casino and pretty much completely abandoned mall, except for when they have events, we will see you next time. Right here, Bonnie and Clyde car.